Welcome back, my dear student. So, on this lecture, what I want to do is I want to make an adjustment to a little app, and we are using the display title function here. Might as well just use it here, and I want to show you a couple more functionalities inside here, and we might even create a messages bots that we are going to be using to display all the messages in the application instead of logging it to our console. Let's first come back to our client here, and we need to use the same function here, but this is just gonna say disconnected from server or something like that. Now let's go back to our server, and let's write some type of if condition to detect that close and to detect something from the user, so that way we can close the connection. Okay, so we can say something like if the message that I'm getting from the user of the data is equal to something like close, then I'm going to be using this function here to close that connection, right? Once, if anything else, then I want to keep executing this line here. Okay, great. Let's go back now. We can use this, and let's open another browser. If I can get one open, that would be nice. Here, there we go. Ah, I lost it. There we go. Okay, it's disconnected from server. There we go. And if I have another one here, well, that's disconnected from server because our service is disconnected. So all the clients have that. Let's just go and connect. There we go. Great. It's on. Connected to server. Disconnected. Disconnected. Great. So now it's working. Great. So that we got that done there. Let's go back to see if we can do something here with showing the user all the messages, all the users. So I'm going to create a bot called messages or a div. I'm gonna leave it empty because what I want to do is I want to get the data that I get from here to that bots. So let's go back to the client real quick here. I don't want it on close connection. I don't care about that. I want it on message. Okay. I don't want to just display the data on my console. I want to use something else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create another function because the way I'm seeing it here is just gonna make things very confusing for you if I don't create some type of function. I have already a function called display title. Let's just create a function called display message or something. Okay. Yeah, let's create it right here. Display message or messages. There we go. And I'm gonna get the message here. And I'm gonna be calling this function from the on message listener here, and of course that's going to be the payload data. There we go. Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the div that has the class of messages, and I'm going to append, actually let's just create that on the fly. Let's create an h1 query selector, Actually, sorry about that. It's not, that's not what I want to do. Is I want to create an element. And guys, if you don't know what I'm doing, I have pretty good JavaScript courses. I can show you how to do this. This is pretty simple stuff, but if you don't know, it could look very hard. What I'm doing is I'm using JavaScript, plain vanilla JavaScript, to create an element, an H1 element, right? I save that element in a H1 now, okay? And here I just have a handle on that. But before we do anything, I'm going to assign the text of that H1 to my message, just like that, okay? And here I just want to use another function here, append child, and I'm just going to append the H1 to that. Okay, I think that should work outside. I mean, there's nothing else that I think I'm missing here. Um, okay, let's see what we can do. Our server is now running. Let's just make sure it runs. Node WebSocket server. Oh, I should have just did Noman again. I forgot to do that. Noman. Let's go back here. Let's open a couple of them. There we go. Just to make sure that we see what's happening. I'm just gonna open two, guys, okay? But remember, this could be 1,000 of them, and all of them will get the same message. Hopefully, if we didn't make a mistake, right? So let's do this. I hope you guys are really excited either to get an error or make this happen. Okay, so I'm gonna enter, and as you can see, voila, message. Hello, enter. There we go. Let's make this smaller so you can see it. Look at that. Come back here. Hello, one. And I go to the other side. Hello, two. See that? Pretty simple stuff, guys. Pretty simple. I hope you start seeing the things that we can do with WebSockets. It's pretty cool. So basically here, I'm gonna go back and explain a little bit. Here, we're just using a function to pass pass the message that we are getting from here. Okay. Of course, we're sending that message because we're getting that from the form, and we have the form. Where's the form? Oops, lost the form. There we go, right here. We're sending that to the server, and then we're using the server to broadcast it to each client. Okay, and then we are catching all that in the own message guy right here that is using this function that we are using to write some plain vanilla JavaScript to create some elements, and we are assigning the data to that element and appending that data to these bots that we got right here. Okay, super simple. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I think I'm gonna call it quits for this WebSocket tutorial on this.